And welcome back to Profile Pod TV. Ladies and gentlemen, 2022, we are here for a new year, new episodes, new vibe, new energy. Man, it feels like I haven't been here in almost a month, which is the case. December 14th, the last episode I did, ladies and gentlemen. And it feels like forever. It feels like forever, but then it feels like it was just a couple days ago. It's weird dynamic, man. It's great to be back here in the pod. The Profile Pod here, double A, and we got my man standing by. I hope everybody had a great New Year. Hope everybody had a safe holiday season, man. Like I said, it's been a while, and just time flies, man. We were just talking about how time flies, but it's great to be back here in the podcast. It's really great to be back, man. I miss being here. So we're kicking the new year off with a bang. We got a really special guest here. Before we get to our man right here, I just want to remind everybody to follow on Instagram. Leave me a rate and review on Apple Podcast. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Don't forget about Social Nostra. It's a fresh new network of talented creators and podcasters. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on Roku. We are on Instagram. Go give us a follow. And we're doing some big things, man. Social Nostra this year. So, like I said, man, we're on Roku, we're on Instagram, we're on Pandora, we're on all the major platforms. So go give us a follow. Go check them out. There's a podcast out there for you. And there's a variety of different flavors. So go check us out, man. What else, man? Yeah, I love to do all those housekeeping items, man. And before we kick things off, but let's get into brass tacks, man. We got, like I said, we wanted to start things off this year with a bang. I think we did just that. With our guest, this gentleman is the host of the Bootleg Nite Cap. He's on Injection Radio. He's all over the place. He's grinding. He's hustling. He doesn't stop moving, man. And I was just telling him how much I admire his energy, his hustle, his drive. And he pushes me, man. He pushes me, and he motivates me. And every guest that I have on this platform, man, every single guest, okay, and I've been saying this since day one, is every single guest that I have is someone who motivates me, who inspires me, who teaches, and he's like a mentor to me, because he doesn't even know it. But that's the essence of this podcast, is bringing on those individuals who are doing extraordinary things in life to inspire the human spirit. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome my man, Long Beach Carlos. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you having me. It's an honor to be here on your show. Thank you.
Absolutely, bro. No, hey, Carlos, man. No, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. It's been a long time coming, bro, because you and I connected not too long ago. Maybe, I wouldn't say maybe a year, maybe give or take a few months, but we collaborated at your event back in I want to say that was October, back in Wilmington.
Yeah, October. It was like a week before Halloween?
That's right, man. That was great, man. I thank you so much for inviting me to that, and that was a great event, man. I got the opportunity to meet some really outstanding people, man. How you been, brother? How was your holiday season? How's everything going?
It was good. The holidays were good. Just stood home. I just hung out at home. That's it. Hung out with the family. Didn't do much. Just kicked up my feet and rested. I finally got a weeks off from what I work. My regular job and stuff. And I just hung out, man. I just really enjoyed myself and shit, man. I took a break. I mean, I couldn't take a break from my shows and shit, but from a break from work and shit, like where I'm out there fucking really busting my ass. I mean, I bust my ass doing these interviews and shit, but like from work, yeah, it was good to have that week off.
Yeah, no doubt. I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. And that's amazing what you do, Carlos, because I needed a break, bro. I was I was pushing, for the last 3 years, bro. I started the podcast in 2019, and then 2020. And then 2021, bro, those 3 straight years, bro. And then just, grinding through them with interviews and the podcast and everything. And then, this December, I was just like, man, I really felt like I need to take a step away, and sometimes you just got to do that. But like I said, man, you just you push through, bro, and you don't stop, man. That's awesome. Where does that drive come from for you, bro?
Just I guess just having parents that always worked. I always see my dad getting up early in the morning when he was around, 3 o'clock in the morning, going out there busting his ass. And my mom, same thing. Seeing her working late at night, coming home early in the morning. You know what I'm saying, and still feeding us, and still taking care of the family in the house and shit. I guess that's where I get it from. From both of them.
Definitely, man. No, hats off to the parents, man, because yeah, my parents, they're first generation.
I'm gonna smoke real quick. Is that cool?
Oh, please, salud.
Salud.
You know what I mean, bro? So yeah, man. I think we, as Latinos, as we work hard, bro. We're grinders, man. Our parents are instilled that, and I know, and as you just alluded to, my parents worked hard, bro. They came to this country, and but yeah, man, that's great, Carlos. That you took that from them, and you're just man, you're just going forward, man. And that like I was telling you, man, that inspires me, bro. That motivates me, and I see you, man. I'm like, damn, I gotta get on my shit. I gotta get my shit together. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's a good thing. It's a good thing because I think that's what we all need. Somebody to light the fire under our asses and shit, and get it to it. Especially if we're all doing the same thing. I think we need to inspire each other and help each other out.
That's a key component, bro. That's a key component because I only hope that people can notice what I'm doing and become inspired and motivated, man. And yeah, you're right, man. That's I think that's key, in creating community and really setting an example, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, you're doing your thing, man. You're on the Bootleg Nite Cap. You're on Injection Radio. You're Fridays. You're on Sundays. Shit, man. I mean, when do you have time to sleep, bro?
Monday through Thursday and shit. That's when I catch my sleeps and shit while I'm at work.
Shit, are you guys hiring, bro? I need to get that job, bro. Oh man. Hey, let's take it back. What's that?
No, that's when I get my rest and shit.
You get your rest at work. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Man, you grew up in Long Beach, right?
Well, my teen years, I grew up in Long Beach.
Okay.
From 12 up, I grew up in Long Beach.
Okay, and then before that, where were you?
Before that, I was in West Adams District and Hoover, 23rd Street, South Central LA, around that area. I grew up. My grandma still has a house there. My uncle lives there still. So, I mean, that's still home,
Oh, shit. No, okay. So you consider that home, or like you just said, that's where you cut your teeth at, and that's where you kind of came of age, and then up until you said 12, and then you guys moved to Long Beach?
Yeah, around 12, 13 and shit. I was just a badass kid, and my mom said, it's time for you to go to your dad's, so that's where I ended up at with my pops in Long Beach on the west side.
Okay. And how did that pan out for you, man? Like,
it was cool, got into a lot of trouble, doing my thing, being in the streets, fucking around. But I mean, it shaped me to being who I am. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain, through the bads and the goods, it's who I am now, I'm just a man from Long Beach, or a kid from Long Beach and shit, however you want to say it and shit,
Right, man. No, yeah, Long Beach is an interesting place, man. Lots of different cultures, lots of different, ethnicities there. You got your Latinos, your blacks, your Caucasians, your Asians. What was it like for you, bro, in Long Beach, man? Were you that type of guy? You strike me as a guy that got along with everyone, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro.
I try to, you know what I'm saying? I try to, but I mean, being a young, Hispanic in the 90s and shit, I was out there running the streets, running amok, just hanging with the homies and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just, just doing what homies do.
Right, man. Yeah. Hey, what any memories, any stories you can share with us,
Oh
man?
shit, man!
I
I
mean, I know
got
you got,
plenty of stories.
you know,
I got. I mean, my house was the party house.
okay.
Yeah,
So you
my
always
house
had
was.
people.
Yeah, I had my cousins. They lived around the block, so they were always there. And then we always had girls coming in and out of that house. Like my stepmom would tell you, she used to fucking find fucking lady underwears in the pool, on the roof, on the floor, in my room, yeah, I mean, we were that house. It was that house. You know what I'm saying? It was that house where the fellas came through, hung out, we smoked bud, we did our bullshit there, I mean, it was just like I
Yeah,
said, it was that house, it was the party house and shit.
no doubt, bro. Ditching parties probably,
Oh, ditching
just,
parties,
or
not
whatever,
not as
man.
much, because my stepmom was like, "Fuck that, I ain't gonna get in trouble because you motherfuckers ditching over
Okay.
here," So we took the ditching party somewhere else and shit. But some of them were there, some of them were at the pad and shit. But more, it was at my house. It was more like the nightlife. You
Okay.
know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
see. Yeah. After hours or whatever. And
Yeah, after coming back from the neighborhood and shit, we go back to my pad and party right there and shit.
yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're roughly around the same age, man. You and I, but the name, yeah, because I was gonna say the '90s, man. The '90s was a trip, man. You had the hip hop was in full swing. You had gangster rap. You had it's just a scene from all over, right? I mean, you had different scenes, right? And
Yeah.
it was just a different time. It was a fun time, man. It was just yeah, it was fun growing up in that time, man.
The 90s, I think our era is the best era. I don't give a fuck what anybody. I don't give a fuck. They could say the 2000s were the best. No, the 90s you had gangsters, rebels, taggers, party crews. You had low riders. You know what I'm saying? You had
Skaters,
skaters, bro. Skaters were out there doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a big thing in the '90s, where a lot of skaters and shit. And I mean, we had ditching parties like no other. Like you couldn't, house parties. We had house parties, bro. Like you can't go to house parties no more.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
no,
If you think about it, house parties ain't the same as they are now. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no way, bro. No,
You
no,
know,
no.
our age group was the best group to grow up in. You know what I'm saying? We lost a lot of homies. We lost a lot of good people, in the 90s due to these streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, with grief and sadness came a lot of happiness and good times.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, man. It was just yeah, man. And then you had movies, you had the music, you had everything was just live, man. Everything. Yeah, you're right, Carlos. I agree with that, man. And I have friends that we swear by that, that we grew up in the best era. We grew up in that, just we were at that age, we had that sweet spot, where again, man, everything was just, it was just a beautiful time, man. And I know as a kid, I got a little bit of the 80s flavor too, because I was a school age kid in the 80s. So I got to see a lot of that scene too, where
Yeah.
my older cousins, older friends were doing their thing in the 80s. And so I was influenced by both those decades, man. And
Yeah.
it was just I was spoiled, bro. I was spoiled. The
No,
whole
yeah, the 80s were cool. I mean, I was involved in the 80s too. I was a little youngster, but I remember being at my uncle and my aunt's house. My dad's sister,
Mhm.
married to her first husband, and he was a DJ, so they would set up in the living room, and everybody would just come over and party. I remember being a little youngster bartending, you know what I'm saying, or sitting there watching them play quarters, being up to like 2, 3 in the morning, eating with them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that was just the environment it was back in the days. You were able to, even though there was bullshit out there, still like there's still the same shit that's here now. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You just didn't, I guess, hear about it more. So it didn't cause you to go lock a fucking door and shit. Even though you knew it was there, You know what I'm saying? Like now, like you look at the phone, it's all bad fucking news, because it's
Yeah,
right there in our hands. Back
exactly.
then, you heard about bad news is because it traveled or you picked up a newspaper or you turned on the TV. But besides that, people were just pushing forward and just living life and shit. Now it's just fucking crazy. Now this world is fucking mad.
Absolutely, man. It was yeah, it was a different vibe, man. No doubt, no doubt. Like you said, you could go walk outside at 2 in the morning, and people are chilling, or you're with the family or with the friends. You guys, they got, like you said, that, and what you just said, man, about the DJ spinning. Somebody always has some turntables going, and man, that was just it, man. I was a youngster, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and just looking, just being, just like in awe of all. I can't
Right.
can't wait till I'm that age. I used to think. I used to, yeah, bro. It was a cool scene, man. What scared the shit out of me too, back in the '80s too, man. And you could maybe share with us how you felt down in the Harbor area in Long Beach, or even in West Adams, with the Night Stalker. Remember that shit?
Oh, I remember. Hey, bro, I remember the Night Stalker. I remember fucking having everybody closing the doors at night, locking, making sure everything's locked and shit. Oh yeah, I
Absolutely.
remember. I remember the Night Stalker times and shit. ACDC was the bad group and shit because he wore that hat and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
bro.
the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. I remember the day they fucking whooped his ass and they caught him in East
Oh man,
LA or Whittier area.
how happy was everybody? Everybody was like relieved and shit. Like, oh, we got this motherfucker. Oh man, I know. But what kind of music did you listen to though, Carlos, growing up, bro?
back then, I listened to hip hop. Like I said, I grew up around my aunts and shit. They were young. And like my aunt, her first husband, like I said, he would DJ at parties. So I grew up listening to Run DMC, to the Gucci Crew. You know what I'm saying? To shit like that. And also grew up listening because my uncle, my mom's brother, he was young, but he listened to alternative music. So I grew up listening to a lot of and
Same here, bro.
fucking Guns N' Roses. I mean, I grew up listening to all kinds of music, Spanish music. My dad used to listen to Santana. Man, I was exposed to a lot of music. I think that's also what's different about our era to these generations after us. Is that we grew up listening to music. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, and good music,
yeah.
good music.
Exactly.
Like now our kids, like my son, he's gonna be 18 this month. He listens to what I listen to. You know what I'm saying? He listens to old hip hop and stuff like that. He really doesn't really care about this new shit.
Mm,
And like that's a thing that like us, we're teaching our kids. You know
yes.
what I'm saying? Like how we were taught listening to music, like cleaning or just
Yes.
just driving down the street listening to music. It's like it's a whole like now I think our era they want to bring it back because it was the best. If
Yeah.
you think about it, everything's like coming back in the night. Now the girls are starting to wear high fucking pants, like how the girls used to wear it back then.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
now the only thing different is like all the females are getting fake asses. Back then, our girls didn't have asses; they were just flat. Remember that? I mean, come on now, think about it. A lot of the girls back then didn't
Oh,
have ass. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody wants the ass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the only difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's all that fake shit, the lips and the fucking boobs and the eyelashes and all that pendejadas. They
Bro.
don't know how to keep it natural like how the ladies back then did. All they did was fucking put long big ass hair net. I mean fucking aquanet, make the
Uh,
hair and their fucking eyeliners and the lip fucking around their lips and shit, that line and shit, whatever the fuck you want to call
uh,
it.
yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. You're taking me back, man. No, no, that's yeah, uh, gosh, man, now it's like the duck lips and all this fake shit. Yeah, man, I can't deal with all that fake stuff, bro. You know, it's yeah, but you mentioned your son is 18. My son just turned 20, bro.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so we're right there in the same boat, man. One thing I always did with my son, and like you just said, I always taught him, always listen to music, to what I always introduced them to what I listen to, and that's across the board, alternative, oldies, hip hop, rock, whatever it was. And now he's pretty versed. He's pretty well versed in different genres of music, and he appreciates that. And he's also into the new stuff too, newer hip hop, and he puts me up on game on new stuff too, bro. The good stuff. But that's one thing, and I got younger kids now too, where I'm trying to do the same thing, bro, and really teach them the right way, bro. Teach them right, with music and even movies and stuff like that, movies, TV shows, because we again, man, everything just had different. It was just a different era, bro. No internet. It was stuff just had more substance. It seemed like more meaning.
We had dope movies. We had dope movies back then too, bro.
Yeah, I mean everything from Ferris Bueller's Day Off to Heat, like into the mid '90s. Just Ace Ventura.
Point Break.
What's that, bro?
Point Break. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh, I love it, bro.
Fucking and The Great Outdoors. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just yeah, bro.
Friday, shit. Come on now, you can't fuck with the American Me, Blood In, Blood Out. Like we had all those movies.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood.
And then the soundtracks to all those movies were amazing, bro.
Right.
It's just what I was watching the other day, Carlos, is you remember Stand By Me back in back in the mid '80s with those three kids.
Choppers, and sick balls, choppers, sick balls.
And then, remember Lardass?
Lardass. He drank that big ass Castro oil or whatever it was.
Castro oil and some eggs.
Eggs and shit, yeah, some eggs and shit.
Yeah, man. It's just it goes on and on, bro. And but it's just just a different era, man. And it was fun. It was fun growing up then, man. Remember Weird Science? I mean, just movies like just on and on, man. You remember War Games?
Yeah, with what's it called? Dude from Fuelers, right? What's his name?
Matthew Broderick,
yeah.
Yeah, man. Just movies like that, bro. Just everything just seemed to have more meaning to it, back then. And anyways, but
movies were original. They weren't. Some movies were original, but they weren't like from a comic book. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I watch Marvel movies and shit. I love Marvel movies, but like to see something that somebody created is dope. And not copy it like, came from a comic, like, all right, you made it into a movie. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because we have the technology for that.
Yeah.
But like Back to the Future, somebody wrote that shit. It wasn't a book or a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Somebody straight sat down and wrote Back to the Future, shit like that, movies that, like how you said, mean something, that are meaningful,
Exactly, man. Cartoons, man. I mean, cartoons. We had Voltron. We had Transformers. We had G.I. Joe. We had He-Man. I used to love all that, bro. I mean, that was just
I used to watch all that shit.
You can't. It's just you can't mess with it, bro.
They used to have the like before the Saturday morning cartoons, the new season started. Remember, like the night before, they would show you like the previews and shit, like an hour long of the new previews that are coming of every cartoon coming out and shit like that. Yeah.
Bro. I mean, just everything, bro. It was unbelievable. Yeah. Remember Pac-Man? They had that cartoon Pac-Man and yes, Saturday morning you wake up 7:30 in the morning. We used to wake up kind of early, my brothers and I. We'd grab, my dad would get us donuts, and there'd be a box of donuts Saturday morning, and that was the best, bro. You wake up, get some donuts, some milk, watch your cartoons, bro. It was and then wrestling would come on. Remember, wrestling would come on Channel 9 around 11.
And then they used to have the late night wrestling when they used to have like big main events, like at 12 midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like when you used to watch like WrestleMania, but it wasn't WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like, it was fights for the belts and shit. Hogan versus fucking the Warrior or whatever, but it's on late at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Unreal, man. Unreal, brother. But yeah, man, those were the days, man. Those were the days. But now here we are, bro. with our kids and trying to teach them right, show them right, and so for you,
trying
bro.
to do something.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, man. So fast forward, Carlos. Here we are, man. In 20. When did you start? Yeah, doing your thing, man. Did it start out with the bootleg Nite Cap, or was it another platform, or how did all this come about for you, man? Take us back to that, and what kind of sparked you to get into this whole thing, bro?
It started on a cold night. It started on a cold night.
It was a cold.
1976. 1976. My
Is
mom
that what
pushed
year
me
you were
out.
born?
Yeah, 1976.
Oh,
March
okay.
1976.
Oh, same here, bro. I was born in 76.
March
Yeah.
9th. March 9th.
March 9th?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's my brother's birthday. Okay, he's born
Okay.
in 80. He's 4 years younger. But yeah, I was born October 14, 76. I knew we were right. I remember I said earlier, I think we're around the same age. But anyways, so started on that it was a cold night. March 9th.
Nah, and it was around COVID started. COVID had started. Excuse me. Right when COVID had started.
Okay.
You know PJ Butter?
Yeah,
K-Day?
yeah.
Okay, PJ is a good friend of mine. Like I've known PJ for about and I met PJ first calling into the radio station. You know, and we grew this relationship. You know, like friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I could pick up the phone and call him right now. Be like, "What up, dog?" You know,
Yeah.
like we text each other. He's a Chargers fan. I'm a Raider fan. So you know, we're always talking shit to each other. I call up. You'll hear me on K-Day a lot.
Okay.
If you listen to K-Day, you'll hear me on K-Day.
No shit.
And yeah.
It's what station is that again? Remind me.
93.5, right? Yeah, 93.5.
Real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. Real quick.
Go ahead.
I have a little connection to PJ Butter. You know, it's totally random because I remember, well, I went to University of Laverne, right?
Uh-huh.
And where he went, and just by chance, I remember picking up a school newspaper, and reading an article on PJ Butter. This is back in 2011-ish.
Okay.
You know, maybe 10 years ago now. And I was like, who's PJ Butter? You know, back then. So they gave it a little article. It was about him, how he had gone to University of Laverne, how he used to get.
Where's Laverne at? Where's University of Laverne?
Right next to Pomona, right there on.
I wonder if that's because he teaches at a school too, DJ. Like you know, so I wonder if because he teaches at. I wonder if he went back to teach at his old school.
Could be, bro. Could be. But anyways, ever since that his name stuck in my head, and then I don't know. Soon thereafter, I saw he was DJing on a radio station. I don't know which one. It might have been K-Day back then.
The beat. No, 92.3. The beat. That's where he started at.
There you go, bro. And it's okay. There's PJ Butter, and then fast forward to now. Obviously, he's big. He's a big thing, big deal.
Oh yeah.
So okay, yeah. I just wanted to share that with you, man.
No. It's cool. No, that's good. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, like, well, like, if you want to get deep into the whole K-Day relationship, that I mean, why I have a relationship with a lot of these DJs from K-Day is because one night I was towing, I was doing AAA.
Okay.
And one of the DJs, I'm gonna fuck myself up because I can't remember his name. He's the Clippers DJ.
Oh, okay.
Man, fuck. This fool's gonna fucking talk shit because I don't. I'll remember his name. Oh, Dents. My bad. DJ Dents. I'm sorry, Dents. Real shit. Like that's DJ Dents is a cool motherfucker. Like I was doing AAA towing and I get a call around like 3 a.m. and then I pull up and it's a big old Econoline van. It's white, has a flat tire, and DJ Dents jumps out of it, you know? And I'm like, yo, you got AAA? Woo. He's like, yeah, I got a flat tire. All right, I'll help you change it. No problem, you know? So I need access to get to the tire, so I need the tool. So it opens up the back. DJ equipment's just all over the place, you know, plaques and everything. And we start talking, and I'm like, oh, you're a DJ? He's like, yeah, you know, I'm a DJ for K-Day. And K-Day had just came back to LA on the radio.
Okay.
They had just came back, bro. And oh, that's what's up. I listened to K-Day. He goes, yeah, I'm a DJ. Da, 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 da. He gave me his number. After that, he became a radio personality for K-Day, him and Classic One, and they invited me up there to do a little skit with them, a little video. You know that song, Terrorista?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, they did a video to that song. I guess it was like something like that was trending. Everybody was doing videos to that song, you know?
What do they call it?
So
The Harlem something? The Harlem.
I think so, like terrorista, like terrorist or something, but in Spanish, like the beginning of the song starts.
And everybody was doing it. It was this big old thing.
Yeah, so they invited me. He invited me over because I used to always call K-Day, you know, fuck around with them on the radio. You know, like I enjoyed, like, tell you the truth, bro. Like I always see myself on the radio.
Okay.
You know, like just doing what they do, and so they invited me up there, and I met Classic One. I met, and I already knew DJ Jens. I met Classic One, like face to face. I met Brandy Garcia.
Okay.
I met DJ. I don't know why I can't remember these guys' names and shit, but he's still at K-Day. Anyway, I'll remember. Yeah. So after that, Tattoo. Remember Tattoo?
Yeah.
From Power 106, he came to K-Day.
Yeah, okay.
CC came to K-Day.
Yeah.
So I used to call up every morning to support their show, and after that, they just showed me love. So Tattoo is one of like I consider Tattoo a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I could, say what's up, Tack, and he'll hit me back and shit like that. He's a cool dude. He's real loyal, real humble and shit like that. Real respectful guy and shit. CC, man, that's my girl right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the homie right there. Like I love fucking CC. You know what I'm saying? Like she's. So I met them, and I just, then I met PJ. Then I met PJ, but they always showed me love. Like they always. That's why I gotta show them love on this interview. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
They always showed me love. Like CC showed me love, Tattoo, and Dance, Classic One. Brandy Garcia always showed me love, and Butter, PJ Butter. Like those, like I said, those are the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like if they ever call me, they need something, like I'm right there, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like that's how much love I got for these people. You know what I'm saying? Because they always showed me love and loyalty. But so fast forward, and we're in Corona. So one day I'm on the phone with PJ. We're talking. We're doing like a little thing on K-Day, like a little skit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to me about like what's that news today and this and that, and I'm just answering him back, And he's like, "Hey, go on IG, and I'm gonna do this thing called the Nite Cap."
Okay.
And I was like, I don't have an IG. I had an IG, but I canceled it. Like I stopped fucking with it. I had an old IG, and he's like, "Oh, get an IG." And I was like, "All right." I wonder. And I told him, I wonder if I could use my name that I had before. He goes, "What was that?" I was like, "Big Pun." Because that's what my family calls me. Like my tight homies and shit, like the real homies that know me and shit, and like my family, they call me Big Pun. Yeah, they call me Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? That started in the tattoo shop that I used to work at at my uncle's shop and shit.
Okay.
And so he was like, nah, Big Pun. He goes, Long Beach Carlos. That's what he used to call me when I used to call him, like, "What's up, Long Beach Carlos?" He named me Long Beach Carlos.
Is that
so
okay? All right.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I got an account, and I'm see what this shit's about. You know what he's talking about. So I got an account, Long Beach Carlos. Boom.
Okay. What year was this, brother?
COVID started. Right when COVID started.
Okay.
We had just went into lockdown.
Gosh, damn, it's not too long.
We had just went into lockdown, my boy. Mm-hmm. And so he started the Nite Cap. PJ started where he played R&B, nothing but R&B. By the fireplace. See this fireplace?
Yeah.
This is where it comes from. It comes from PJ. You know what I'm saying? PJ was playing smooth R&B by the fireplace. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I used to be up in there, and then the chats, people were chatting, and then the chats got really triple X. Like motherfuckers were in there like talking straight cochinos, but being respectful, joking around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I became one of those people in there, like talking shit, but in a humorous way, being like very fucking like triple X with my comments and shit, to where everybody took like gravitated towards me. Like everybody enjoyed what I used to say in there, because I used to talk like I used to even go back and forth with PJ, with people in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I met Jay Ticker. I met Jay Ticker because we would go back and forth talking shit to each other.
Okay.
You know, but in a humorous way. It never got really disrespected. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
So we used to joke around in there and then talk cochino, talk adults, like talk like adults. Like the ladies in there would be like what they like or what they want or what they look, you know, like, and the guys too, you know. So it got like really like that. So a lot of people to like, you know, they gravitated towards me. They really like they enjoyed me in there, you know?
Yeah.
Because when I wouldn't be in there, they would call me like, come in, like where you at? Why aren't you here? So, you know, like I became really popular in that chat.
Okay.
The Nite Cap.
Yeah.
So PJ one time, again, we're talking on the phone, and PJ's like, hey, I'm gonna take a week off. I'm not gonna do the Nite Cap. You know, we're talking, he's just telling me this, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, what are we gonna do? We're in fucking quarantine.
Yeah.
Like, that was our only entertainment at night. He would do it Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
And from 8 p.m. all the way to like sometimes like 1 in the morning, because nobody was working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He wasn't going into K-Day. He would do it from his house. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, he was teaching out of his house. So he was like, we were on there for hours, bro. Like and he was just playing dope ass R&B music, like just dope music. He was playing just music, just, you know, keeping the vibe going, you know?
Yeah.
So he tells me I'm taking a week off. He's like, you should do a day or two. And I'm like, man, I know music, dog. I go, but I'm no DJ. He goes, you don't have to do nothing. He goes, just play a song. Just play songs, you know? You don't have to DJ. You don't have to mix. You know, because he mixes, you know, he does the mixing and shit. And he was like, you should do it. I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna come and watch me. He goes, they'll come and watch you. They like you, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like my followers went from like 10 to like hundreds, you know, like me being in the Nite Cap. Mm-hmm. He's like, they like you. He goes, don't trip. Like, just he goes, if you want to do it, just do it. So I was like, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, so I put the fireplace on. I set up my spot, you know, I had my drinks, fucking had my smoke.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's go record. And it was on after that, dog. Like everybody was just fucking eating it up, loving it. You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm the one that started the black tank top on the fucking Nite Cap bootleg and shit. That's it. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that did this and shit. Because I was wearing nothing but a black tank top. That's it. I was wearing nothing but my black tank tops and shit, you know? So, you know, so through the whole night I was just playing. So it turned into from 1 day to 2 days to a whole week. Okay. Because PJ came back. Oh. You know? So after that, I wasn't doing it. And then PJ's like, hey dog, I'm gonna start teaching again. I'm gonna drop Fridays. Take over Fridays. Oh. I was like, oh, fuck. He goes, I'm gonna drop Fridays and Saturdays. Because he's like, I said he was going through Monday through Saturday. Yeah. He goes, I'm gonna drop Fridays and Saturdays. I'm gonna go do Mondays and Thursdays only. He goes, why don't you do Fridays before somebody else starts doing it? Oh, you know? Okay. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was in a group chat, and it's called the OGs, the Nite Cappers. They're the OGs. Like we're like one of the first ones in there, you know. So we formed a little group. We formed a friendship, a little bond. So I went into our group chat and I said, if I start doing the show again on Fridays, will you guys come and watch and support? And they're like, yeah, we'll be there, homie. Don't trip. We're there. Okay. You do it, we're there. So fucking, I was like, all right. I told PJ, all right, I'm gonna take over Fridays. He goes, you just have to find a name of what you're gonna call it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call it the Nite Cap bootleg, motherfucker. Okay. And he's like, hey, you know what? He goes, yeah, go ahead, man. He goes, that's good. That's cool right there, you know? And wow. And the Nite Cap bootleg was born and shit, man. You know, and I started doing Fridays, and then I did Fridays and Sundays. And then PJ started doing interviews, and I said, you know what? This motherfucker's doing interviews. I'm gonna do interviews, but he's doing big name interviews. You know,
Right.
he's doing big celebrities. You know,
Yeah,
old
yeah,
school
yeah.
celebrities though. You know, he had John B on there, fucking I'll Be Sure. You know, he Tabitha from Cut Close. You know,
Oh yeah.
he had I forgot homegirl's name from In Vogue. You know, like he's
Oh
had
yeah.
John B. Like I said, John B. He's had
Yeah.
big names in there.
Big.
You know, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna start doing interviews. But who I'm gonna interview is homegrown artists that are coming up. You know, let's find the ones that are trying to put their names out there, and let's try to help them out and get them shown. I
Yeah.
didn't have I didn't have like a I didn't have, you know, I still don't have a big following, but I had like what I had before when I started doing these interviews, it was small, you know, like it was small, you know, and that shit just grew. You know, I had artists, you know, after I just started, and man, it was hard booking these artists, bro.
Really?
It was hard in the beginning. Yeah, because they just looked at me probably and were like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? You know, wants to interview me. But
Yeah.
then there was some artists that was like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
There you
Like,
go.
I'll fucking do it right. Like Mando, you know, like no
Yeah.
problem.
Mm.
You know, and then yeah, man, it was on after that.
Bro, that's a trip, man. Cause I remember you, man. Like what, you know, check. I forgot how I stumbled across you, man. You know,
Mega Man probably, because Mega Man gave me the first interview. Shout out to Mega Man.
yeah.
He gave me my first interview. You know what I'm saying? Mega Man showed me
Oh,
love. You know what I'm saying?
it
He
might
showed
have
me
been.
mad love.
It probably was a Mega Man, bro. But I remember you know, checking in and tapping in to your your bootleg nightcap
You
session.
call it just the bootleg. Just call it the bootleg. You
The
call it.
bootleg.
That's what I call it, the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? I just started really calling it the bootleg now.
Yeah, yeah, bro. And you'd be playing music. I think you would stand up most of the time. You were standing up. You'd have
Yeah, no, yeah. Sitting down's fucking with me right now.
yeah, man. You know, and then you'd have the flame in the background, and I remember checking you out, bro. I do, and then slowly but surely, you know, you started to, you could tell you were evolving, you know, and then you had and then next thing I know, you're booking more guests and bigger names, and then you had something with another show, bro. I think it was short lived. I think it was Lakers and Nachos or something like
Yeah,
that.
Lakers and Nachos. I did Lakers and Nachos with Jay Ticker and shit
Yeah,
from the Ticker Report.
and I
The Jay
yeah, I was
Ticker.
like,
Shout out to Jay Ticker and shit.
yep. Shout out to Jay Ticker and so I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's doing his thing, man. And you and I, you know, we hadn't really met. Then next thing I know, I don't know, in Injection Radio, was that almost a year ago now when you started that?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it's gonna be about a year. It's gonna be
Yeah,
about a
bro.
year.
So I mean, there you go, man. All this started from just you know, changing a flat tire at 3 a.m. On the highway,
Hey,
on the freeway somewhere, side of the road.
destiny.
What's that, bro?
That's destiny, homie.
That's
That's
incredible,
fate.
man.
You know,
Yeah,
and that's why like I always give them love, because if it wasn't for them, like I said, especially DJ Dance, my bad for forgetting DJ Dance's name and shit, you
uh,
know. But DJ Dance, man, like that fool is just one humble fucking, you know, like real dude. You know, he's a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And if it wasn't for him, you know, just opening up his arms to me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he did, dog. You know what I'm saying? He let me in, you know, like he let me in, like his space and shit, you know, around
yeah.
his people,
That's
and like he planted the seed, and I just grew, dog. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And I'm still growing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm still growing and shit. But I always got to give it up to them. Like I said, to the K-Day family, you know, CC Tattoo, fucking PJ Butter, Classic One, DJ Dance, you know, all of them. You know, they're the ones that really showed me, you know, love and fucking, you know, and got me Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be on K-Day, dog. You could hear me on K-Day. If you put on K-Day, you'll hear me fucking sometimes from the morning to the fucking till it's 7 o'clock. Because
Oh,
I'll be
really?
on their commercials. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
do
I
a
gotta
Big
check
Al
that.
commercial on their shit. You know what I'm
Oh, no
saying?
shit.
Yeah, I do a Big Al's commercial and shit. You know, I love I'll call on the radio just to you know, make sure I'm out there. I get my
Yeah,
fucking voice heard and shit. You know.
that's awesome, bro. I gotta check. I'll tap in and try to get in. You know, when next time I'm in the car, 93.5, and see if I can listen to you, man, and catch you on there, bro. You know, so man, then you got injection radio now. You got your, you know, the bootleg going, man. And so what is next for you, man? Like, what are some upcoming projects you can tell us about, or some goals that you have for yourself, bro?
The next thing now for me is just evolving in this interview, like doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't know, like I've never done an interview, dog, until I did the show. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Until I did
Nice.
the bootleg, I've never fucking sat there and interviewed anybody. I've never thought in my fucking life I would do that. Even though I always wanted to be on the radio, knowing like, oh, I will be doing that shit. But like I never thought that I would be doing that,
Yeah.
doing interviews, sitting next to people and just like fucking interviewing West Coast Cam, legend from the West Coast, out of Watts, Peace
Mhm.
Treaty, you know what I'm saying? Fucking he was with the lynch mob with Ice Cube, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Wow.
He was part of them dudes,
Okay.
and then interviewing Jay Blix. Jay Blix is a dope artist coming up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I was one of the first guys to interview that youngster.
Jay
And
Bliss.
and
Yeah.
I'm proud to fucking say that I interviewed him. You know what I'm saying?
No
Because that
doubt,
dude's
bro.
just rising up and up and up. I've interviewed Baldacci, Young
Mm,
Quicks. You know what I'm saying? These are artists that are just making a name for themselves, and I'm
yeah.
part of that process. You know what I'm saying? Like I was part of that process. And
Right.
it's a beautiful thing. Because I support those guys on Injection Radio. I play a lot of their music
Okay.
because I could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
play their music, whatever I want, as long as I keep it in a certain genre that
Hmm.
they want. I could play whatever I want. And so I use my platform to show them support. Like they don't hear, like I'm pretty sure they're not tapped into Injection Radio, but like Kiki Smooth, man, that
Yeah.
motherfucker's music stays on rotation on my fucking
Mm,
station on
man.
Injection Radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, they're not listening to Injection Radio, but you know what? I'm like, I'm glad I could support that and
Yeah.
help them out on doing that, and making their music just get a little higher, even if it's in a different country,
Yep.
because that's where they're gonna eat it up the most, I
No
believe,
doubt. No
you
doubt, bro.
know.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just listening to I didn't know Booyah Tribe was so big in Europe,
Yeah, in the
bro.
90s.
But I'm saying they're
Oh, in
really
Europe.
in Europe, bro. They have a
Oh,
huge
okay.
following in Europe, And but point being is that yeah, that their following could catch fire out there, man. Why not? What's wrong with that? But
You know
yeah,
it.
you know, but no, I feel you, Carlos. I'm the same way, man. I never thought in a million years I'd be doing interviews like this on a platform, bro, on a podcast. Life's a trip. Life's a trip, man. And
Life's a risk, carnal.
life's a and but I was gonna ask you, bro, who are three people, man, in your life? Three people, and they could be maybe people you've never met, maybe they could be friends, anybody, bro, that have influenced you, that mentored you, that you would love to sit down with and have dinner with, bro, and break bread with.
Shit, man. Three people, like you talking about like famous people or something, like.
They could be famous. They could be your, guy you grew up with. Anybody,
Um,
bro.
um, Shit, man. I break bread with my cousins all the time and shit. Them motherfuckers influenced me a lot.
Oh, is that right?
You know what? My uncle Tattoo, man.
Okay.
He's a big influence in my life. Like he taught us a lot growing up, and being in these streets and shit like that, and that's one big influence for me, like is that man right there.
That's cool, man.
And besides, like like my family, like my moms and shit, and my grandmas, you know, because they're always been hard workers and shit.
Mm,
But let
yeah.
me see, like I say, my uncle Tattoo, he's a big influence and shit, and shit, man, fuck, let me see.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to narrow it
You know
down. I
what?
know.
You know what? CC's a big influence and shit,
Okay.
man. Cause I like and PJ Butter also and shit. But like in radio, like CC and PJ, they're big influences on me and shit. You know,
That's cool,
and
man.
let me see who else. Who else I could say is an influence. Shit, man.
Yeah,
Just
I've got.
everybody out here hustling, doing their thing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not stopping. You know, I want to like shit. I'll have shit. I want to have dinner with you one day, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Abs-
Sit down at a restaurant and just talk and shit business, you know, and just
oh yeah.
fucking just chill out and have some drinks and have a good conversation and shit. You know, but yeah, everybody out here doing their thing, man. Even if whatever you're fucking doing, podcasting, singing and shit like that, as long as you're pushing the line and shit, man,
Yeah. Yeah.
you influence me and shit, because
Mm,
shit, we all we got, you know?
that's it,
Shit.
bro. Yeah, bro. And, man, I think I really got to know you pretty well, at the event that you invited me to, where I
The
got to
ladies' night.
the ladies' night in Wilmington, and yeah, it was cool, man. I really enjoyed working with you that day, and we got to connect, and that's when I realized, man, we're older, bro. We've been around the block a little bit more. We're not 30 anymore. So we recognize shit. We know people, bro. You know, and you recognize real when you see real, man. And I, when I saw you, man, and we got to meet face to face, that's when I realized, all right, Long Beach Carlos are good people, man.
Thank you.
So yeah, bro. Like I got you, man. And anything you need, bro. I hope we can collaborate again,
Definitely.
future, bro. And yeah, brother, of course, man, of
You're
course.
gonna have to come shoot through and shit, man, one day and shit. Have just
Uh,
sit down with me and shit,
Absolutely, you
Even
let
if
me
it's in
know,
the
bro.
daytime, we'll sit down in the back and shit, it's by the pool and fucking conversate and shit. You can jump on, I'll have you on my show and shit. Let me pick your brain and shit.
Bro. You say the word, bro. You just say the word, and you say jump, I'll say how high, bro. you know. Hey, bro. Before
Shit,
we
that's what's
go,
up.
what's that, brother?
That's what's up. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Hold on. Let me tell you a story too.
Oh, go ahead.
Shout out Jose Luis y Censura, because I used to work for Jose Luis and shit,
Oh,
man. I
wow.
forgot to mention that. Yeah. I
Oh,
used to
shit.
work for Jose. I used to be a security guard. If you catch some of their old shows, you'll see me right there in the fucking
Oh,
in the
shit.
black security shirt, just chilling and shit.
Oh, well, I gotta see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I used to do
Okay.
security for all those shows. Jose Luis, Studio 62. I seen a lot of Mexican groups out of there.
Okay.
And Don Chento. Remember Don Chento?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to do the security guards for. I used to do security for all of them. But in Jose Luis, you'll see me right there, just chilling and shit.
Oh wow. Well, like the Mexican
Yeah,
Jerry Springer, huh?
yeah, the Mexican Jerry Springer and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
man.
shout out Jose Luis and shit.
Shout out, Jose Luis Sin Censura. Hell yeah, bro. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. Hey, brother. Before we go, man, where can the good people follow you? Go ahead and plug your injection radio times, your social media, websites, all your good stuff, man.
All right, shit. You guys can find me on Injection Radio every Friday from 6 to 8 Pacific time. Our time, California time. West Coast time. And like I said, that is a radio station based in the UK that I do out of my home. And you catch me there every Friday from, like I said, 6 to 8 Injection Radio. Download the app
Yeah.
or listen on the website. And also on the Nightcap Bootleg every Friday from 8 to shit. And Fridays, sometimes I go from like 8 to 1, 8 to 2 in the morning, just depending who's on there with me fucking vibing out. And yeah, you'll catch a good vibe. I do the golden shower hour every Friday, starting from 10 to 11. That hour is dedicated to R. Kelly. We used to play a lot of R. Kelly in that hour, so that's why I called it the golden shower hour. But now, for real, that's how it started, bro. That's how it started. Because remember, R. Kelly wasn't being played in the radio stations, and he still
Yeah.
isn't being played. So I was the only motherfucker playing R. Kelly on these live shows.
That's it.
So, So I started the Golden Shower Hour. But now I don't just play R. Kelly. Now I do. I'll take an artist that night for a whole hour, and I'll play. Last week we did Sugar Free for a whole hour. Golden Shower Hour, Sugar Free edition. So this Friday will be something else. But yeah, every Friday you'll find me on the Nite Cap Bootleg on Long Beach _Carlos, my Instagram, and on Twitch, Long Beach _Carlos. I do my shows on there. And then you can follow me on my YouTube. I'm building that, starting to build that up, Long Beach _Carlos, or I think it's just Long Beach Carlos. If you punch in Long Beach Carlos, you'll find me. Look for this little guy. You know what I'm saying? You find him on YouTube, you'll find, if you see that little guy, that's me. And on Twitch is Long Beach _Carlos. And Instagram is Long Beach _Carlos. What else? And YouTube, Long Beach Carlos. And I do also the Nite Cap Bootleg every Sunday. That's the Slow and Low show. Every Sunday we got the Slow and Low show. That is from 7 to 11. I play nothing but oldies and R&B on Sundays. So Sundays you'll catch me, you know, and I do dedication, shout outs, and requests. I'm the new Art Lobo. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. I am, bro. I'm trying to get. I'm telling you, if I could get on K-Day to do the Art Lobo show, man, you know,
man. It's over.
So it's the Slow and Low show every Sunday. You can catch me on Long Beach _Carlos on my Instagram and my Twitch. I do both at the same time. And yeah, man, that's where you catch me. You'll follow me on Instagram. That's where I do all my fucking pendejadas on Instagram. You'll see all my interviews and shit like that, you know. What I fucking do, you know. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Long Beach Carlos, go follow him, go check out his shows. He's got plenty of content for you there, and he's got a variety for you. Go listen to him, go watch him. You will not be disappointed, man. Thanks again, brother, for taking the time. And,
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'll see you soon, man. And for Long Beach Carlos, I'm Double A. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this brand new edition of the Profile Pod 2022 Season 3, Episode 1, right here with my man Long Beach Carlos in the house. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Give me a rate and review. I need some feedback, ladies and gentlemen. I need some feedback. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what kind of guests you want. I need constructive criticism, all that good stuff.
1 through 10, was this interview good? You know what I'm saying? We need all that shit, you know. How
5
handsome
stars,
I am, you know. Let me know how handsome I am, you know.
That's right. A couple of 45-year-old handsome lads right here, man.
Thank you, though. Thank you, my boy. I really appreciate you, man.
You're welcome,
seriously,
brother.
Man. And this ain't gonna be the last time we're gonna have a conversation and sit down. We're gonna have plenty of those. We're gonna next one is gonna be talking about business, some money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we got to get to.
That's right. There it is. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much, and don't forget to follow me on Profile Pod TV Instagram. Go give Carlos a follow, and we will see you guys next week, man. We will see you next week. Yeah, I'm Double A Carlos, and always remember,
Carlos,
to take it easy.
Órale, all gas, no brakes. Fuck that. Let's go.
Let's go.